Alrighty. Welcome back, my friend.
I am AI Agent, welcome you back.
Okay, guys, welcome back. That wasn't me, by the way. Don't even worry about that. Okay, so we've got our WhatsApp trigger. All right, so hopefully now you understand that this is listening to basically messages that we're going to be sending when we send a message. That's what that trigger is doing. It's going to pull it specifically from the message, of course, to our bot, which we're going to create in this course. Then that output is going to be directed into this net, so to speak. It's basically like a filter that's making sure, hey, was there even a message that you're sending, or are you sending me a bunch of junk? And if there is a message, it says, okay, all right, I see a message over here. I'm going to now send that over. So that gets sent over to the AI agent. The AI agent over here is then going to take a look and be like, wow, okay, this is pretty cool. I've got this information over here. What's happening now? So remember, we got the input, the parameter, the output. So the input is we're receiving this. This might get a little bit confusing because notice here we have multiple connections to our module, whereas here it seemed like a pretty clear flow, right? It goes here, true, false. If there isn't anybody, nothing happens. But what's happening here? Well, the AI agent needs 3 pieces to connect in order for it to function, all right? This is a module that we're gonna see in N8N and learn how it works. But for now, just think of it as this is our AI agent tool that needs a few connectors. The real main connectors for it are the chat model. So that's like the brain, right? So you can use OpenAI, Perplexity, DeepSeek, whatever type of large language model, which is going to interpret the data that you hook up. In this course, we're going to use OpenAI. And then a memory, so we can control how we're going to be working with that memory, all right? And in this case, we are going to be working specifically with the context window length of the messages, how we can control how many messages in WhatsApp we want the AI agent to go back and remember. You can change this number. So this should be 10 messages going back. It's going to remember, 10 messages going back. It's going to remember and use that as the context, all right? And then the output. The tool would be to create actions, which we're not going to worry about for now. So this tool, if you guessed it, this tool is basically the path to being agentic. But for now, the key is that we want to see that we're receiving messages and then getting responses. And so once we have that brain interpreting, we can send that into our WhatsApp Business Cloud. And we're just going to get that previous node information over here. So we get the yo-yo. And if we test that setup, notice how we have our responses over here with the yo-yo. And we can see the yo-yo here. It worked when I ran the test. Hey there, how can I assist you? And a response. So this is it, guys. So that's it, guys. That's it. Hopefully not that bad, right? If you take a look and you take a step back and you're able to deal with my terrible jokes and impressions, you will notice that, hold on, it's all just about the flow of data and then controlling that flow of data. And we have a wonderful, wonderful platform here that's going to handle so many of these integrations, which would take a ton of code. That gets done. But we also have the flexibility to customize as much code as we want with N8N as well. It's much more flexible and customizable than pretty much everything else out there, which makes it so awesome to work with. All right. So a quick review, cherry on top, just to go through it again. All right. We got a WhatsApp trigger listening to the messages, sends over to this if function, which just checks to make sure that there's actual messages in this response and we're not getting any type of junk we don't want. If it's there, then we send it out over to our AI agent, which has the OpenAI brain that we hook up. It has a memory where we can control how many messages it's going to remember from our WhatsApp, and then it sends that information as an output over into the message. So that's the response, essentially. So basically, our AI agent, in the simplest of terms, receives a message that we sent and then responds. And that goes back into our WhatsApp account. And all we have to do is hook up the authorization to our WhatsApp account and plug this stuff in, and then it works. And that's what we're going to do in this course. That is the most simple and easiest way I could put it. Of course, It's much more complex under the hood and what's happening. But if you understand that, and that makes sense, awesome. We're ready to move forward, and we'll take a look at each module one at a time. And let's build our WhatsApp AI agent, guys. I hope you're excited. I'm very excited to build this and get started with you. Whenever you're ready, I'll see you in the next lesson where the fun begins. Okay? I'll see you there.